Misha, Telegram.
Okay,
Oh
I'm
yeah,
checking.
Misha, go to the Telegram.
Oh my
Keep this
god,
in.
you made the shirt.
Put that bitch on right now.
Oh my god, hold on.
Dude, I love when inspiration strikes Ruby because shit just happens. That was created in no time.
We're gonna have to take a break so that I can put the shirt on and have it be seamless.
Let's
Oh,
do
can you not edit it while you're recording?
If I'm recording, so it'll just slap the shirt on like big as fuck, and I'll have to drag and drop it to make it the right size.
Oh, so yeah, finish your thought.
Yeah, drag and drop it. That'll be funny as fuck.
Oh my god.
That's how I made it. Otherwise it would have just sent you to
See, because it's just there.
Yeah. Now there you go.
The audio listeners.
This
changing shirts.
This is a cold open in the waiting, dude.
Oh no!
this is
Oh no, the chin!
Oh no!
Ruby,
Okay.
can you fix that?
I can't. Just you leave that on right now, and I'm gonna send you 2 new files. And this whole episode, you could just watch Misha change.
Wait, can we just like have it? Oh no, doesn't fit.
Oh,
I was gonna say we can have it like hanging on the wall. That's perfect. You sometimes you just like tuck your chin into your shirt. You know.
Sometimes you just.
It looks like you're eating your shirt.
It looks like you're stimming.
Oh my god,
like
you're a dirty
That's
shirt
also
eater?
true. I would absolutely do that. You're a dirty shirt eater?
Oh my god,
okay,
you munch shirts.
Back to the Christian convention thing.
Welcome back to
Hello.
Bark, meow. I never know how to do the opening when it's me first because I don't bark.
You're the meow.
I am the meow. I'm the meow. Speaking of that, I'm the cat, and I went to DenFur and they didn't, and that's why it was the sex cat convention. It's me. I'm the sex cat.
You're the sex cat.
I'm the infamous sex cat from this review. I'll read it because it's short in its entirety.
It is not short.
Oh, it's so short. That's such a short one.
It'll be quick.
0 stars. The hotel staff checked us in under a different reservation. We got to our room, which we had to climb 10 flights of stairs because they're hosting some sex cat convention where the elevators were not able to access. We get to our room and leave for dinner, and we climbed 10 flights of stairs again just to get to our room. They locked us out, and we had to climb back down the stairs to prove our identity. The front desk gives 0 compassion for what they put us through, 0 compassion for how we had to climb 10 flights of stairs due to all the known mistakes. So they issued us new room keys. We climbed back up 10 flights. Guess what? We are still locked out. And guess what? 0 empathy, 0 customer service. I called to cancel my reservation and is asking for a full refund. If the front desk is any indication of how they train their employees, I'm sure canceling won't be easy either. I'm fuming. I will make sure not to ever stay here ever again.
Well, damn.
Send tweet.
Scathing review.
It's so bad.
What site is this on for the audio listeners? Because this is an actual review.
I'm pretty sure it's Google reviews.
Oh, okay. So yeah, because like this wasn't a tweet. This was an actual review that somebody did.
Yes. This was found. It's pretty crazy.
So I think I met these people.
Oh no way.
So I was headed to a party. So it wasn't because there's I was headed to a party in the tower area, and I think I'm leaving, and I think that's why I wasn't tired. But I'm vibing, and I'm holding an inflatable horse. Like you do.
That's like grade A furry parties, yeah.
Yup.
And I'm headed to another party, and they're like, so how, I don't want to be, it was a couple, and they were really, really nice. So this must have been the first time they climbed the stairs. Because
This was them climbing the stairs or an elevator?
So I was waiting at the elevator, and they climbed, they had just come from the stairs.
Oh.
And I'm waiting, and it's been a long time for me. It had been a solid 15 minutes waiting for an elevator, and none were even showing up. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
So it wasn't the one would show up and it was full, but I'm just chilling, I'm vibing, and these people, and they ask me some questions. They're really nice. They're like, so what is all this? And I point to my inflatable horse. I'm like, don't worry, he doesn't bite. And he's like, oh, I wasn't too sure. But they seemed really chill. But she had the woman had mentioned 10 flights of stairs so often while talking to me how she climbed them.
Oh,
That
Oh,
I'm
wow.
really convinced
suspicious.
that this is the same woman, but I met her at the beginning of her journey, and she posted this like at the end, like when she was fucking done.
Yeah, I'm just that's either the most coincidental thing ever, or it's absolutely the same group of people that are like the couple that had to keep climbing the stairs. Which I'd be bravo for them to actually,
Oh,
do the
yeah.
stairs. I
I
know
mean,
so many people that are just like fuck stairs. There's
dude,
no way.
when I lived in the dorms at college, one of the elevators actually caught on fire. So I was like, fuck that. So I used the stairs for like almost the rest of the year, and that was only like 5 or 6 flights. So honestly, doing 10 the whole goddamn weekend, props to them for that.
Oh yeah.
Well,
Like,
see, that is the big thing. Is I try to not do stairs because I know I'm usually like in the con spaces on my feet 16 to 18
Oh,
hours
yeah,
a
yeah,
day out of a con. Like so after the first couple of days, I've done like my legs are not used to that kind of
Fur-
work, and so
Furries
stairs kind of suck, but I still do them if I
yeah.
have to.
furries are the only people I know that will use the stairs in hotels because of like all this shit. I propose that the room block is like 4 floor like it is for FC, and then
Mm.
we get the room 4 down. That way A, we could use the stairs because we're willing to, and B, you can send all of the normies up to floor 8 where they don't have to listen to our bullshit.
Banish
Actually, that's a really
them to
good
the
one.
high floors.
Well, so
to the high tower.
I'm really
Send them
not
to the
Imprisoned
tower.
for life.
stay. Yeah,
We can't go
Furries-
down to the lobby. They're crawling everywhere.
There's dragons.
Also, alternatively, just make the tower the furry party zone.
No,
Yo.
I would say I would say keep it to the lower floors because no matter what, you're gonna have furries in the lobby. So you might
True.
as well condense around that.
Yeah, because people on second, third, and fourth floor may hear the lobby.
Right,
Because
right.
like MFF is, I don't know about DenFur this year, but MFF's always a dull roar coming from the.
Yeah, there is.
Oh,
There's always
yeah.
a double roar from the lobby.
Yup. So I did want to make sure we. Dude, I'm totally not sure if we actually mentioned it, but this is the DenFur 2023 episode.
Oh yeah, shit. This is DenFur. Yeah. I
We
guess
said
we
Oh,
should
yeah.
have mentioned
we
that.
said sex cat convention, but that's just because we found that review to be pretty funny.
Yeah.
There was something you said that I think. Oh, we were talking about stairs. So at DenFur 2023, the hotel staff passively aggressively cut off access to the stairs.
Yes. So
Oh yeah. I want to hear about
the-
the hotel staff because
we're
I've
gonna
heard a lot
talk-
about it on Twitter, but obviously Twitter is Twitter. So to hear it,
I was there.
yeah, to hear
I
it
Yeah,
from
you're
somebody
the-
who
you're
was
the-
there.
you're our
It
eyes
was
and ears on the
sex
ground,
convention.
all because you showed up. It immediately became a sex cat convention.
Wait, Ruby.
It's,
Like Ruby fucks.
Ruby, can you
I
can you make buttons?
yeah.
You should make a button that says I
God.
survived the sex cat convention and all I got was this stupid button.
Oh my god, I'll make those, and I'll make I survived rainforest, and all I got was this stupid button.
Oh my god. Dude, oh my webcam's not plugged in. Guys, I have a Rainforest 2015 shirt.
Oh no!
No
I
way.
have the shirt.
Why are
That
okay?
is awesome.
I want to make your character wear it.
Wait.
Oh my
both of you-
God.
Wait. You have the shirt, but did you attend?
No, I bought it at
No,
Furlandia this year.
Ruby attended.
Oh shit.
100%.
I attended. Yeah, I was there for the,
What?
and that con was fucked.
So, that's such a great backlog episode to do. The revisiting Rainfurs, the final one.
Right.
For those listening, if there's somebody out there who went to Rainforest, let's have you on and let's do a revisit Rainforest.
That'd be great. Today, the good, the bad, and the ugly of DenFur 2023, and we're leaning right into it. So let's just go with the T. It seems like the hotel staff were absolutely either untrained or just unwilling to accommodate 2 conventions going on at the same time in the same place. There was also, I guess, some like Christian con across
I was gonna
the
say,
street.
was that real? That was a thing?
No,
or was that
it's
just a
a thing.
rumor? Oh, it was a thing?
There-
Okay.
There was absolutely a Christian convention across the way, and
That's
they absolutely
hilarious.
did not like us.
That's hilarious.
Oh, they cats and dogs clearly can get along, but for the analogy that cats and dogs hate each other, it's like putting cats and dogs in a cage together. You put some crazy Christians that have very judgmental beliefs against a very open community. And I didn't hear anything, I guess, specifically about like any of those other attendees like being bad. There may have been like comments made and stuff, but it just seems like there was a tension between
clip-
some staffs.
The clip of the dude blocking the elevator is the funniest thing I've ever seen.
That's clear. Actually, I haven't seen that clip. What?
Oh, they posted it in the Telegram, I think. If
Yeah.
that's the one,
Yeah.
that's the one you're talking about. Yeah.
Yeah.
Did I not see this?
It's some of the Christians, and they're obviously gawking at the furries.
The escalator, not the elevator.
Yeah, escalator. Which I don't have a problem with gawking. I mean, you're wearing a giant animal costume; it's to be expected.
Yeah.
But then they're like blocking the escalators. But furries are such introverts that nobody is willing to like ask them to move.
I'm such an asshole. I would have absolutely, because I'm looking at it now. And yeah, it's just a couple suited people and some people with some name badges
Real
on them.
suits, not
real
not
suits.
furries.
Yeah.
Real suits. These are nice suits, not fursuits. Which fursuits, I mean, arguably better.
We get what you mean.
Wow.
Well, I had to say that. But no, yeah, they're just like right in front of the down escalator, and it's just like, okay, I would just push past them. Move,
like when
get
my
out
dog
the way,
just
bitch.
it's like when my dog just stands in the fucking doorway. I'll include a picture.
No, furries are freaking awful about doing this at like MFF or any hotel that has an escalator, actually. And that's why like MFF literally sets up a little like 6 foot, 8 foot area where you're not allowed to stand in or around them. It's just like it looks like or DenFur needed to do the same thing. It's just like, hey, no convention people stand around the escalators, please. Those are meant for people to use, not congregate.
All right,
So I think. Oh, go ahead.
Oh, I was gonna say, can I be real for a second? Fucking
yeah.
Like, I get it. You know, furries are a very niche audience, so obviously our conventions aren't gonna like, click with everybody. But a Christian convention just sounds fucking lame. Like, what do you even do at a Christian? What?
As somebody who used to be like really into that shit, and my older sister's a pastor, Christian conventions can be like just as fun as furry conventions.
Really?
I would just as fun, or is it just like the sense of communities at least there because you are around like that group,
a different kind of fun. Like you're not doing Molly on the 4th floor and then going to get fucked up at a rave. Like that's
See, you lost me. No, I'm kidding.
I was gonna say like, look,
Misha's out. He's like, fuck this. I don't want to play anymore.
Just as fun, I think, very very subjective at that point. I'm not saying that they're not having a good times, and I do feel like you would have that sense of community. Showing up to an event like that you're really like, obviously if you're going to that, you're like pretty solidly like devout Christian and stuff. So yeah, you'd probably have a lot of fun being around like like-minded people, but like the same amount of fun as furries. Come on, we have a lot of fun.
So yeah, I
think that is a personal.
I think it depends on where you're at in your life. Like
that's true.
Like when I was a kid, the most fun I fucking had was Bible camp.
I mean,
dude, Bible school was lit when I was a kid, dude. That
dude,
week.
that's what I'm saying. It depends on where you're at in your life. Like I wasn't doing
indoctrined
Molly at
as
14.
Fuck, I didn't know what I was saying, but I was saying it.
That's why.
Give me those fucking ants on a lock, motherfucker.
Dude,
I'll say anything you want.
Dude, my Bible camp did not allow soda, and I was addicted to soda.
I remembered that, like, I've gone to music conferences, like music education conferences, and we were absolutely drunk more time than we were sober there, so maybe they are doing Molly at the fucking Christian convention. Who knows?
That's what I was gonna say.
They're totally
Panic at the Disco, Molly at the Christian con. Who knows?
How many of them are having?
Okay, can we rename this to Molly at the Christian con?
No.
No.
I know we can't. That's the live stream.
God.
The live stream
Oh my god.
Molly
my god.
Molly.
All right.
And you guys are both gonna be on the episode, right? You're gonna be at the live stream.
Yeah, it should be.
You should be.
Oh yeah.
That'd be great because then maybe you guys can tell your little like Christian Bible camp stories.
Ooh.
That's a great idea.
I love it. So yes.
I was saving that for our next Pride episode, though. I was saving all of my Christian stories for my next Pride episode.
Oh, that's just completely new Misha.
My older sister can never find this podcast.
I know, bro. So there's some of the shit I've said on here. I'm like, I can't like let people see some of this.
The fact that we can see the editing process, I
That's
love
so
it. Leave
funny.
all of
Just
that
leave
in.
it in. Okay.
It's great. Audio listeners, there's editing stuff going on in
Editing
the background.
shenanigans.
great.
Let's see.
A
This
peek
is the
behind the
closed
curtain, if
mouth.
you
Yeah.
will.
Yeah, right.
This is also one of the many ADHD break moments.
Is a closed
I
mouth
love, too,
uploaded
that-
first or the open? Okay, closed was uploaded first. Which means
Oh,
this
whoa.
one should be closed. Let's go!
I didn't realize your
Whoa.
character used Vimeo Tube.
Yeah.
Oh,
And then this one should be open. Yeah, we did it! Wait,
Wait,
fuck,
You
hold
gotta
on.
take off
Hold
the
on,
shirt.
I gotta take the ring. There we go.
you gotta take the other shirt off. There you go.
He's done
Yeah.
stimming.
You
I'm
were just
done.
not done munching on that shirt. That's
Yeah.
different.
Alright, perfect. Looks
Yeah,
good.
awesome. So yeah, unfortunately it seems like two conventions were booked for the same weekend. Hotel staff were either untrained slash just didn't want to deal with either convention because it wasn't just furries that were fucked with, again based off of that hotel review. And on top of that, now I don't know if I should say names, but I believe the hotel liaison for DenFur was removed shortly before DenFur happened, and I think it damaged a lot of the communication between the con and the hotel staff because there's stories about people like they overbooked the con like crazy. There are people that were upgraded rooms that got better of it. There's people that were told they don't have rooms, go somewhere else. It seemed like an absolute shit show on the hotel side of things.
Yeah. I also heard like hotel room wise, it sounds like instead of having like a room block, it was just like random rooms throughout that furries were just thrown into. Cause like if you're gonna have a convention, it's probably a good idea to have all of the reserved rooms together.
So here's some tea.
I was gonna say,
about that.
Ruby, was that true or was that
So yes, that was true, but I don't think that has to do with the hotel or the convention because a while ago, back when DenFur first opened up for the room block, the furry raiders were bragging about how they booked all the rooms.
Oh yeah.
All right, so this is
But then-
definitely unfound.
Right, this is
you have
not-
to do some research, but I do
But
believe
I did hear at the con that this was also legit. So at first I was a little skeptical, but then I heard at the con that no, that but DenFur acted.
Well-
That's why I want to bring it up. So first the furry raiders booked all the rooms, then DenFur acted, apparently, allegedly, went to the hotel and said that group is not with our group. Can you cancel the reservation? And they said, okay, we can, but just for Friday, Saturday, Sunday. That's why nobody at DenFur this year could get a Thursday hotel reservation. Like all of my local friends,
Oh,
all of them had Friday through Sunday because they couldn't cancel Thursday.
Dude, furry
Yes.
raiders just exist to make everyone's lives worse.
well, so to give a quick timeline of events, because this is why DenFur, I was definitely keeping an eye on it, because if I'm correct, DenFur removed the vaccination and mask requirements. Period.
yeah.
Correct.
It was suggested but not required, and this was what happened a couple months ago. They said it because I remember immediately, and this is what happened. It was just before they opened up hotel booking, and I immediately remember seeing Foxler going, "Hell yeah, convention we can go to!" Because the last few years, Foxler's had to ghost the con. Well, he's still banned from the con, but the furry raiders would you can get hotel rooms, but they can't be at the con, so they would just kind of ghost the con. This year, as soon as that came out and that the hotel block opened up, all of the rooms were immediately taken up, and they pulled an RCFC or RMFC, right?
Rocky Mountain Burcon?
Yes,
Yeah.
RMFC,
RMFC, where they basically they tried to book out all the rooms, and the raiders were going to try and control who could get rooms. And it was either going to be you join the furry raiders to have access to a room this year, or they were just going to use the help try and kill DenFur's attendance. Well, DenFur was made aware of it very, very quickly, and they did what you said, Ruby, where they had to have some sort of communications about getting all of them freed back up. It took somewhere between like 36 and 48 hours because they had to put out a statement back then, like, oh, they said there was like an error, but we all I mean, Foxer was tweeting about it at the time. Like they made it aware that it was a furry raider move.
I can plug Misha's one of Misha's furry say videos because I am in one of those videos. I don't even think we were friends yet, but I specifically yeah, I was listening to some of your videos the other day, and I was like, "Oh my god, that's me!" And it's me replying to like some anti-vaxxer. Look, dude, I don't think you're serious. I don't think you understand what you're talking about. And then he goes, "I can't afford to go."
Oh yeah.
Right, that's funny
That
shit.
was you? Oh my god, I'm pulling that
That
up right
was
now.
me.
Yeah, so the timeline of events being like, yeah, the second that they remove those requirements, furry raiders are like, and the alt-right conservatives that aren't that are like, oh, a new con we can actually go to again. And so I was really like wondering how things were gonna go. I didn't know if there was gonna be a big furry raider thing or not. From my knowledge, nobody really complained too much about stuff, so that's really good.
Yeah.
Then there was the big thing about how they weren't going to enforce.
Go
This
ahead.
came out about a couple weeks ago, I think, where dealers was just like, so you could put up these signs that we have made specifically about masking. It has to be this sign that we've made a complete exact dimensions, and if you make anything else, we'll have them taken down. But it could say that you require masks, but we're not going to require masks in dealers then. And we're not going to enforce people. It was weird because they're like, yeah, you could tell people to leave, but like, there's not enough staff to keep telling people, hey, these people are unmasked around and get them like moved along. So it was interesting to see how that was going to go. From it, again, actually, my knowledge, I heard dealers went relatively well. Period. I did see, I think it was Enodog, the creator of Telephone. They had a pair of paws stolen day one.
No,
And
that
like,
was not Telephone. That was Carmen Fox, and it was at it was a collaboration between Carmen and Fortuna Collie or Party Arty Fursuits. And I have the inside for that because I was with them at the time. So the paws were stolen. The next day, con staff did an incredible job. They spotted the guy. They found him.
no shit.
Yeah, they found him. They recovered the paws. They were sold the next day. And the guy, at first, he was he was like, "Oh, I wanted it in an auction. Oh, I mean, a friend bought it for me," until he finally confessed and said, "I just wanted to wear them and I have no money." And we'll follow up with that. It'll depend on what the person who was stolen from wants to do, because but that was handled very well in my opinion, because when something is stolen, like they saw the guy, they saw the paws, and they confronted him.
Yeah, that's stealing again. Is stealing from like a corporation is completely different than stealing out of a dealer's den, which are very directly stealing from people's pockets. And you just don't do it at conventions. And personally, in my own personal opinion, that's an immediate ban. You put at least how could you ever trust that person to be at your con again? You can't.
I can't say why he didn't get an immediate ban, but I can assure that it's for the right reasons.
Okay. Well, I mean,
But
and I guess that's it's very case by case and based off
here,
of stat. So yeah,
I found the thing that Ruby was in the video, by the way.
yeah,
It was 2 months ago, so I think we had just became friends, but I don't think I included it because of that.
no,
So
I
it
think
was
I
just like,
saw
I just so happened to see it because you were replying to Dexter, because Dexter is notorious.
Dexter,
Dude, he's
yeah.
notoriously stupid. And they were like, forcing vax on people isn't and shouldn't be labeled just for safety. It's a control on people's choice. I don't care if you take it, then why should you care if we didn't take it? And you were like, your profile says LGBT for Trump, so I don't really have it on good faith to know what you were talking about. But thank you for proving my point to DenFur that you were the audience excited for this decision, and I will let that speak for itself. And then he was like, I can't afford to go.
Yeah, that is so fucking funny.
Oh shit! The next post is the furry raiders quote tweeting the COVID policy and being like, best way to be inclusive to all furries in the fandom. Being able to make our own decisions about our health, body, and sexual life is a basic right. Raiders have always supported this. It's your world to be a furry. See, on the surface, they present as like, oh, we're so open to everybody. And then you see the chat.
Well, it's the chat because they're absolutely transphobic, right?
Oh, yeah.
and also some of them are homophobic, even though half
That's
of them
crazy,
are gay.
dude.
But no,
I found a video of me with that inflatable horse.
hell yeah.
PETA.
Definitely, you can definitely include that
There you
somewhere
go.
in the later.
I want to see it.
But no, that's like everything that the Furry Raiders said in a very general like way. It's just like saying every lives matter instead of Black Lives Matter, because like at a very like general, that's what everybody means. Everybody wants everybody to be equal, right?
Yeah.
So all that stuff is said. It's just add the context and realize like the vaccine was meant to prevent people from fucking dying. That's why it wasn't a choice. As a society, you have a responsibility and duty to protect not only yourself but others in that society.
Yeah. This isn't a
So-
vax episode. No.
Yeah.
Let's.
I
know-
just pop off of that.
Oh no,
Yeah.
you're good. It was my fault that we got off topic, but anyway.
All right. So back to this. Other than I didn't really hear of too many other hiccups with the dealers. Then I know like very lightly it got shut down because somebody had a food allergy.
Oh my god, that was
reaction.
so scary.
So that's
Wait,
another
what?
hotel problem. Oh yeah, so you
So-
didn't caught up on this. So the hotels are the hotel again really failed DenFur this year. The hotel got people sick, food poisoning.
Oh really?
I got food poisoning. I threw up.
Oh my god.
Yep, it was undercooked chicken, I believe.
How bad was the Oh really? I was gonna say, how bad was the breakfast?
There was a Sheraton breakfast thing, and I bet I didn't even realize there was food poisoning reports. But I got sick and I threw up on Saturday, and then I felt better.
Oh Jesus.
Good. At least it was not too bad. And same for this individual that accidentally got the dealer's den shut down. So there was a medical emergency at dealer's den, I think Saturday or Sunday, I can't remember.
Yeah,
Uh, It did get the
they-
dealers closed off for a little bit of time, in which they ended up pushing the dealer's den hours an extra hour open, which was a great way to
Yeah, that's good.
No,
respond
so
to
I like it's hard because I agree that like you want to have it open for the rest of the time, but even that extra hour on dealers really does suck.
Oh, right. I mean, for the dealers, they have to be open for another hour to make their sales. But I mean, whatever they have to do for a medical emergency, I'm not a
Exactly.
professional,
I meant-
so I'm not going to argue it. Like, do I think they needed to close down the whole dealer's den to attend to one person in one location? I don't think so. I think you could figure things
Oh, they
out.
did though. It got crazy.
But
So
yeah.
somebody fainted in the dealer's den, and a bunch of people started screaming, and then the lights went out.
Oh.
Fucking lights went out?
Yeah, the lights went out a few times in the dealer's den.
Oh, it's just
My
coincidental.
my friend was just coincidental. My friend was texting me that somebody died.
Oh shit, yeah, misinformation spread really quick. That's why I was like, God damn it, this is the stop going to Twitter unless you actually know what's up.
Right.
Quit.
So they went to they called the stretcher and something, and nobody, they didn't need to go on the stretcher and be wheeled out, but I
No.
think they did go to the hospital, but they got outside. But also there was a guy outside, and I don't know what this was about, but he had blood on his head, and
What?
yeah, and he was there like all morning on Saturday, and my friends were like, "Oh yeah, that guy," and I don't even know if he was with the convention or not.
So I was gonna say, I hate to say this, but the only time I've experienced any sort of very uncomfortable experiences was DenFur. Unfortunately, the DenFur has a bad homelessness issue.
No, I think
and
he was a furry. That was the
he was
thing.
a furry.
Yeah,
Because
because
say if he
people.
wasn't with the convention and covered in blood, it's like maybe he was very unfortunately one of those individuals that is just kind of stuck outside and can't get help.
Right, yeah, and I honestly I wouldn't even bring him up if I thought that was the case, because
Okay, yeah.
people without place, houseless people don't deserve to be shat on. But no, I
No,
believe he was.
absolutely not.
People were telling me he was with the convention, and
Huh.
he was throwing a fit, and there was an altercation, and he had blood on his head, and he refused help, and he refused people like. I don't know what was happening, but
Jesus
was
Christ.
it was very strange.
What the fuck? DenFur was wild this year.
So, and that's the thing is again that sounds like an attendee issue, and there's not
Yeah,
much
yeah,
you can
yeah.
do about that.
Yeah.
Like again, seems like dealers was doing pretty well, other than an incident here or there. The individual is okay who did faint in the dealer's den.
That's good.
But then there was a lot of talk about again overbooking not getting reservations. The hotel staff being very abrasive when confronted about the reservations. There are people getting locked out of their rooms because of noise complaints. That was a big thing. Parties, I guess, were getting shut down all over the place.
Yeah.
Oh, I can speak on that. The parties
do.
were getting shut down so fucking bad. So bad. Nobody could do anything, and it was pretty funny because on Friday, me and my friend were gonna go hang out. So we get to the pool and the party's already been shut down. So we just played mermaids all night. That was great.
That's crazy. Wait, so yeah, because there was a pool party. They shut down the pool party?
They shut down the pool party.
They shut down every party.
That's
every
the place
party.
to have a party.
Every.
Well, that's like the public like DJ place to go like have some drinks and hang out. Dude, what was this hotel? I already know DenFur is they haven't released it yet, I don't believe. You guys you can double check this really quick while I'm talking out my ass. DenFur's supposed to make a like big old like press release about everything and all.
Oh, I can speak on this too because my friend went to the panel that you go to, like the review comments panel.
Oh
Yeah,
no!
there's like a feedback
I bet that
panel.
was the most popular panel at this con.
So immediately, they're like, okay, let's start the panel. And one person brings up the hotel stuff, and they're like, so we are not allowed to talk about that because Sheraton has to. We have to go through a thing with Sheraton, and we're gonna do a press release. And everybody was like, "Okay, so how about this? How about the room party's getting shut down?" He's like, "Nope, sorry, press release." The panel started and then ended immediately.
Oh my god!
Wow. Ah, that's sad.
I love the notion of like, all right, standing up there. If anybody has anything they want to address, like that's just jumping into an open volcano at that point. Like,
Imagine this.
And then they jumped and immediately regretted it. Run away.
Well, I was gonna say, imagine this. It's like you go up there and you go, all right, this is the DenFur post-con feedback panel. If anybody has anything they want to talk about, please raise your hand. And it's a full crowd. Everybody raises their hand, and the person just goes, if it has anything to do about hotel reservations,
Yeah.
blah 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 blah. And as they say that, hands just start dropping until the room's completely like all the hands are dropping, and he goes, so is there anything else anybody wants to address? Fucking crickets.
So I'm forwarding you a video. This was on Sunday, and typically Sunday is people leave, but Sunday can be popping, right? This was Sunday, not even too late. But my friend sent me this video. This is the convention space Sunday night.
Yeah, I heard. Yeah, DenFur's a relatively popular con. It's one of the larger cons, and it's always got people on Sundays. And wow, you're talking about the underneath area where they hold either like the artist alley heading off to Dealer's Den and some panel rooms. That is empty.
That's more empty than fucking free for all. On Sunday night.
Isn't the main dance down there for Sundays?
Yeah.
Did they shut down the raves?
This was Sunday after. There was no Dead Dog. Dead Dog was not allowed.
Why?
Wasn't allowed?
I don't know.
That's not surprising, actually, after everything else I've heard.
So yeah, but they
dude.
did Sunday and Saturday, and the reason everybody's not in the convention is Sunday. I actually don't remember Saturday, but Sunday at least they did extend okay, you can be loud until 2 in the tower and then 3 in the main hotel or something. And everybody was just going to the room parties that they missed Friday and Saturday, so that's why there's nobody in the convention center.
Were they not shutting down parties on Sunday?
How early were they shutting down the parties on Friday and Saturday?
8.
8?
Jesus Christ!
We got out of the dealers, we ate some food, and we're like, cool, where are the parties? And everyone was like, we're shutting them down.
So I saw a blue skeet from Boozy Badger. And this is kind of where I'm thinking. I don't feel like the lack of a hotel liaison causes all these problems from DenFur to the hotel. There's not this is beyond miscommunication, as Boozy kind of made a comment, is like if you don't want to break a contract but you kind of want a contract to die before it's open, there's way to maliciously do stuff.
Malicious compliance, yeah.
It's like malicious compliance. So instead the hotel just decided they don't want to deal with DenFur anymore. It's really looking like that. It'll be interesting to see what the talks between DenFur and Sheraton end up being, because the way DenFur was treated this year, I personally, if I was a DenFur organizer, I would be looking for another like a new hotel, because
Yeah,
a
I'm
big thing about furry cons is like people need to be able to congregate at the room parties and have a
yes.
con block that can facilitate that. Anytime, and you'll notice this out of all the cons, whenever you hear about a bad con, it's the ones where they're getting room parties shut down all the time because people can't go do what they want to do.
Yeah. I will say this. It seems like DenFur is in a contract with Sheraton until 2026. So that might be a bit of an issue. Unless Sheraton cuts the contract, I don't think there's any way for DenFur to find a new location next year. Because, breaking a contract has fees, and any fees from that would just absolutely kill a con.
I'll say this too. I think another part of why things were going weird is because the mall that DenFur is at, because last year I fucking loved that. I loved that it was in a mall. There were so many things that were walking distance. There's a walking distance Target, there's
Ooh.
food, there's a bowling alley if you want. But there was
Right.
so much construction this year that
Oh,
all of that was
Oh,
closed.
yeah,
no.
the 16th Street Mall, like, street, right?
Yeah, like the whole street was closed.
Yeah, so
No.
that was amazing, and when I went in Denver 21, that's actually how I got alcohol for your King's party, King's Cup
Yeah,
party
you
with
go to
me,
the
was
Target, yeah.
I didn't go to the Target, though. There was just a liquor store down the road, and yeah,
Yeah.
that 16th Street Mall has so much crap on it, including a liquor store, where you hop on the free transit bus, and, within a couple minutes, you've gone, got what you want, gone back, and, like me, I used the bus because I was like, "I'm tired of walking already."
Yeah.
Yeah, they have got like one of the cute little buses that just goes up and down the mall. Yeah, no, it was great. And all of it was closed this year.
Because that whole street was shut down?
Yeah.
Dude, I wonder how the businesses survive that, because you're forced, like, how can you operate if nobody can get to your business?
I don't think they did. I think some of them are like closed for good.
No shit. I feel like the city would have to, like, provide that. What the fuck?
Ooh. You know what cons should do? Or maybe some cons already do this, but
Mm.
they should have where, like, when you're buying your convention registration, they should
Mhm.
have an option to, like, pay a little extra, and then you get, like, a bus pass or, like, a tram pass for that entire weekend
I don't
included
think
in your registration.
I don't think there's any cons that does that specifically. The closest thing that you have something like that is, I think, places around like Anthrocon, they're very furry oriented because Anthrocon gets behind, or Pittsburgh gets behind Anthrocon,
Oh,
so
yeah, yeah.
they do deals, I think, and stuff for the furries, because they literally bring in like a third of the revenue for Pittsburgh
Oh,
every year
true, yeah.
or something like that.
Fucking Anthrocon was so expensive this year. I remember like a year ago it was like $12 for your little doggy bowl to eat your pizza out of, and then this year it was like 25.
Oh,
Jesus.
yeah, I couldn't afford that.
God, yeah.
Nope. But yeah, hearing about that was kind of rough. We'll see. That's just gonna be Denver. I, I like that location. I like that area. But if the hotel's gonna, and I made this comment back about 21 when I visited, I said Denver has the ability to be bigger than Anthrocon, because now Anthrocon's fun and there's like walking distance stuff, but it's blocks and blocks of walking distance stuff. That 16th Street with the free transit buses, like, that is so much more accessible, and like, again, you don't have to walk as much, and all furries do at cons is walk.
Yeah.
So it was such a great experience. I'm like, if fucking Denver had some love for the furries, and like all these businesses wisened up and like leaned into it during the Denver weekend, like, this could be bigger than Anthrocon. And then unfortunately it looks like Denver and the Sheraton at this point is like really trying to like push us away.
Yeah.
It's unfortunate for Denver after all of the shit
Which,
they've gone through the last couple of years.
why would you push away a con that's, like, guaranteed revenue for your hotel?
Oh yeah.
You know?
There's no way that Christian convention sold out as many
No.
and brought in as much money to the local businesses as furries do.
It's funny too because like I feel like furries get a bad rap, but every time I go to a convention, I try to be a good representation of my community.
Yeah.
And I know that I look really trashy. That's a part of it. That's a part of the furry aesthetic, right? I'm wearing Mountain Dew pants. I'm wearing yesterday's makeup. I'm holding an inflatable horse, and I've got like a lanyard full of clattering like animal badges on me,
Oh
right?
yeah. Yeah.
But then I go to a restaurant or something, and I try and be like, stack my plates. Thank
Yeah.
you. Tip that
Oh
motherfucker
my god. Yeah, I was gonna say
$20.
tipping high tippers because I want people to remember furries are great, especially if
That's
you're a delivery
yes.
driver. I
You
want you to think,
remember,
oh, you just dropped off food to this furry convention and they tip super well. So the next time you get another order, you're gonna be like, fuck yeah, let's go.
yes, when you are out there and doing the furry shit, you are an ambassador for your community, and we
Yes.
want people. We know that we're a lot to deal with, so
Hmm.
we want people excited to have us back. I
I
remember I got into an argument with a dude on Twitter that totally missed what I was saying because he was like, "Well, I'm not gonna tip for a service I don't receive," and I'm like, "Bro, what the?"
Dude,
And this
that's
was
like it's like the argument about tipping your hotel staff. I'm like, do you realize a normal hotel staff on like a regular random Thursday or Friday in this month, like they have to deal with a quarter of the amount of traffic they have this week? Like what the fuck?
Yeah.
And that's something it's not a typical from my knowledge, even in America, it's not a very typical thing to tip your hotel staff.
Not
Uh
normally, no. Sometimes like you'll leave money in the room, but like other than
right.
that, you don't like tip them directly.
No, but I will say every furry convention I've left the money in the hotel room.
yeah. I
It's just
I
one of those
I
things
try and
where
tip, and I tip every night,
and I mean I've had conversations with MFF hotel staff because
and
it
I.
was I don't remember if I talked about this on this podcast, but I had asked them at one point in time, what was the worst group of people to deal with as a convention? I said, are furries bad? And they literally were like, "Nah, you guys aren't bad at all." They said the worst thing they had ever dealt with at MFF was at that hotel slash convention center area was the base nectar crowd because I guess they absolutely like we're talking like almost burning down rooms,
The
damages.
hell is a base nectar?
The dubstep, their band or something.
Oh, okay. Okay.
I
There's like
want
an EDM
furries.
crowd that really fucked up the hotel, and they're like, yeah, they're
Got
not even
it.
allowed. They're like, we won't. They're actually not even allowed to hold the event there anymore because of it.
Oh
I
shit.
want furries to be known as the group of people that go harder than anyone else and will still wake up and pick up their trash the next
Yep.
day.
Yeah.
That's something I do.
Yeah.
I remember way back in the day, I tweeted something like, "Hey guys, this is not how you leave a con space," and it was a Saturday at Anthrocon. And to their credit, in the morning, I saw a bunch of people picking up trash. But
Mhm.
somebody replied to me, they're like, "This isn't nearly as bad as like a baseball game," and I was like, "No, no, no." You don't get to say other people are worse than me. You have to be better. I want us to be known as the group
Yeah.
that fucking loses their shit, throws the wildest parties, and takes care of their community after. Like
Yeah.
everybody and takes care of like literally, not just our community, but fucking Boy Scouts, bro. You leave a place
Yeah.
cleaner than you
Yeah.
found it.
Dude, I
Right.
love I
Well.
love that argument of like, oh, well, this other group does it worse, and it's like, okay, but yours is still bad. Like
Right.
that doesn't make yours any
Exactly.
less bad.
And that's something I always should argue, and a mantra I live by. And I think if you're gonna take away anything, if you're listening or watching this, is like you're only as good as your worst moment. I love that thought because if you're willing to like leave a place a really shitty place, but you're like, oh, but I'm normally a clean person. Well, no, you're not because your worst moment that defines you. We
Yeah.
don't want to be defined like that, so we want to do better,
Yeah. Like
and it's always just a better thing to do.
especially like at cons, but honestly just in general. Like when I go to public places and, I have servers or like, I have people that make the food wherever I'm going. Like I try to be as nice as possible, especially at conventions cuz like that is an influx of service that weekend. Like
Oh
yeah, there's more tips, but that shit sucks, dude. Like
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
At
Yeah.
some
I
point, money
because
doesn't make a
because
difference.
because it's fucking miserable, like you need to overcompensate to make people excited to
yes.
host you. Otherwise, they just won't. Like $2 more is not fucking worth all of the shit we put them through. You need to make it worth it. I want people who work at a hotel to like, oh, dude, the furry weekend. I'm gonna request to work that weekend.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and it's like
you want to be a part of the crew.
Furlandia this year, we were actually in a Sheraton, coincidentally, but like we had a good experience. And at the closing ceremonies, they were saying that next year the hotel is gonna decorate, like they're gonna put up their own props and like their own decorations for us. Because I think the theme is like either Back to the Future or like futuristic or no, it's space. The theme is like space-ish, I think. And so the hotel's gonna decorate because, they enjoyed having us there. And that's been the space for Furlandia for a while now. And so the fact that, as a whole, everybody was super nice, everybody was super caring, we were respectful to the hotel staff, and in turn, they're gonna do more next year to help us. And
Exactly.
I only know of one room party that got shut down at Furlandia, and I was actually there, but it was a Thursday before the con had actually started. And if you don't know, Furlandia is in an airport, like an airport hotel. So the person across the way from us was like had a flight really early in the morning. So honestly, we were kind of in the wrong for that because the Thursdays, you can't have super loud parties on Thursdays because the con has not officially started. You are still surrounded by, normies, I guess. I hate that word, but like you're still surrounded by normies, muggles.
Muggles.
You're still surrounded by normies, and you have to respect that. Like, once
That's
the
the
con
thing, on
starts,
Friday-
balls to the wall. But
Well, that's the thing on Friday at DenFur, like they were shutting down quiet room parties. Like if they saw lights in your window, somebody was going to report it and you'd get shut down, even if you were, because people were trying to compensate. So they were doing like silent parties, the quiet coyote parties. No, none of that.
Dude. Yeah, see that's an overextension, especially like after the con starts. Because like, what's up?
Sorry. I was gonna say I need a suspiciously wealthy furry to do the headset parties where you all get wireless. Everybody can listen to the music, but it's all through headsets.
I mean, I was at some of those suspiciously wealthy silent furry silent parties. They were getting shut down too. Like it really was that bad.
What the fuck?
Look, I need to ask this to you, Ruby. So I went to 21, DenFur 21. Hotel staff was fun, like I want to say phenomenal, but they were great. Like I don't remember anything being bad about the hotel in that con. And I'm obviously 2 years removed now, 22 and 23. You went to 22. Now I know things were kind of I think a mess at that point in time, but it was never that bad. I don't remember hearing hotel shit last year either.
So the only experience I had with hotel staff was actually about the paws, like getting stolen, and they were amazing. So I can't really speak on like hotel staff being quote unquote snooty or rude or anything like that. And even when they did shut down parties, they seemed to be like, "Hey guys, sorry, like you have to stop." There were no one warnings. Like they were like you have to stop or you're gonna get kicked out. But it was so. My suspicion, and this is just a theory, was they were just dealing with the other convention or the other guests complaining.
And I think
and they probably had to do something. So we're officially gonna start the Christian conspiracy theory.
Yeah, I would start that. Yeah, because the hotel staff did not seem upset to me.
Okay.
Like even like when I was getting breakfast, the one guy, because I looked like a fucking train wreck, and I have a bottle of Snoop Dogg wine. And I'm like, "Hey, do you have a bottle opener?" And like he's like, "Yeah." And then we open it and like we break a glass. We're like, "Oh my god, I'm so sorry." He's like, "Don't worry about it." And he's sweeping it up. And one of my friends, bless their heart, they give the guy $20, and he was like, "Are you sure?" And they're like, "Oh my god, of course." Like, dude, and then he was like, "Yeah, no." And again, I know that it's a lot to deal with, so I want those people to show our appreciation. But they didn't seem but there was this aura. Like I can only speak about breakfast too, because that's the most I spent around hotel staff of other people complaining. Because I do remember we're at the breakfast and you need a special room key to get into the breakfast. And I did hear two of the hotel staff talking to themselves. They're like, "What? So do we just post somebody at the door?" And then they were. So some person had to stand at the door to make sure people weren't like sneaking into the breakfast. They were actually using a key to get in. And I think that was not. I think they were being forced to do that because other guests were complaining, not because they like really cared about the furries.
Well,
Love that for them.
But that
I'm just
sucks for them. Imagine your job, like
Oh, yeah.
you're typically a
Yeah.
waiter, and now you have to stand in front of the door and babysit. That fucking sucked for
Yeah.
you.
And unfortunately, if somebody goes up to the front desk and complains, like you have to do something.
You have
Like,
to, yeah.
the hotel is bound to all customers, so
So
just because there's a massive majority of them are furries at the time at a convention that is in your hotel, if other people bitch about it, this again, I think this is salvageable. I think obviously DenFur is going to have some real long talks with the Sheraton about the contract and also like what they can like. If this is what next year's going to be, I don't see. There's no way DenFur does this unless they can't break the contract. You know what I mean? Like it could end up being that way, but I feel like with some communication with the hotel, let's make sure we're not going to be like locked into a Christian convention at the same time. let's have some conversations. What can we do? Like Ruby said, let's do get this floor and this floor towards the bottom for furries. They'll use the stairs half the time anyways, and also people won't be bothered by the noise the higher they are up if they're not a furry. Like all of that could be a conversation hopefully had with the hotel, and they can make some what do you want to say? What's the word? I can't think of it.
accommodations.
Accommodations. I'm gonna say accommodations. To make it work next year, because it sounds like people are not going to be very happy if all they're going to do is get the room party shut down again next year.
Yeah.
And that will actually, and very unfortunately for DenFur, will absolutely affect attendance.
Yeah. So with the silent room parties getting shut down, that makes me a little suspicious. Like, okay, I need you guys to
That's
like
why
put your aluminum foil hats on for a second. I think
the Raiders.
What if it's the Raiders? The Oakland Raiders? Or where are
Hold
they
on.
now? Las
Raiders.
Vegas?
The
Where are
furry
they?
Raiders.
No,
They're
I
Las
know.
Vegas Raiders, yes.
All right, yeah. What were you gonna say, Ruby?
That's why I don't think it's exact. Like I don't know but yeah, that's why I don't think it's 100% like the hotel being malicious.
Yeah.
I wasn't getting that vibe.
Because like my thinking is, with the silent parties getting shut down, there might have been like there's a Hail Mary, but ironic because Christian convention, but there might have been somebody outside just like figuring out which rooms we're having the parties and reporting them, because furries, we're gay as fuck. We're using LEDs even if it's a silent party.
Oh, yeah.
But like, so again, no evidence. I have zero evidence for this. I wasn't even at the fucking con, but like somebody might have been like looking for the LEDs and then going and reporting it to the front.
That's what I think.
Yeah.
There were so many, and you could see so many from the pool. And my friend's party, who was getting shut down, you could see theirs from the pool.
Okay, so
And it was a quiet party.
I think I wonder if they'll mention something about that in the press release.
It'll be interesting, and
Yeah.
there will be an update.
No, there's no, and that's the thing. Tinfoil hats. There's no way they would, because they can't shit on another group in lieu of ours.
True.
Yeah, that's fair.
Unless it was directly confirmed, unless there's some post out there from the blah 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 Christian convention says, "Fuck those sinners."
Even then, like the hotel wouldn't post about it.
The hotel wouldn't. No.
But because the hotel and the con have an agreement, there's nothing that the con is going to say publicly that the hotel wouldn't approve. So
True. The cool thing is, and I'm really hoping when this episode comes out, we have the After Bark episode. I'm hoping that press release is done then, so we can talk about it. It's just like, let's hope in the future.
that'd be cool.
That'd be really cool. There will be an update eventually if we have to do it on the next episode's After Bark, but we will update you guys on that. That sounds like we got the bad and the ugly covered really well. I did mention, a couple things like the dealers being good and everything. The dealers then being better than what I expected, because I was worried people are going to be really, really stupid about mask policies and stuff. But it seems like that went really well. Ruby, do you have any personally fun experience that you could talk about?
My con was fucking great. I know I know Twitter is one of those things about perspective, but like on Friday, we were mermaids. That was fucking sick. Here's a video of me being a mermaid. Party Artie and a the charity fursuit extravaganza. They donated some fursuits to the charity, and those made, I'm getting the number right now. I have the Twitter post actually. Nice. So $8,200 for those fursuits.
Was that? Oh, those were auctioned.
Yes, they were auctioned in the
know.
charity stream, but it went directly to the charity. So all
Right.
that money.
Nice.
And I can, yeah.
So we can mention that here after you tell your little story of your experience, and then I know one of my friends was at the auction and said cookies were being sold for over $3,200.
That's
what
an expensive cookie.
It's a charity auction, and that's why I think fursuit should be a raffle instead of an auction, because if you are a poor, or if you're just a regular furry, you're not going to be able to outbid the suspiciously wealthy ones there, so you'll never have a shot at them. That's why I like raffles better. Like the raffle, that person can still throw $1,000 at raffle tickets and like still have a substantial amount to go towards it, but like
they
there
could
should
do
always
both.
be at least one raffle suit.
Yeah, because like auctions, you can't deny that brings in the bag. And,
it does
like,
bring in the
bag. For charities, that's a really good thing.
Can bring in like a several percentage of the total donated to charity, like 8,400 or 8,200. Like, wow. So back to your experience, Ruby.
Do you want to see a real cursed Ruby thing?
I got you.
Like truly cursed. Like you probably can't even put it on the fucking.
Oh. we have the cursed Ruby.
We have the cursed Ruby.
Go for it, Ruby.
All right, hang on. Hang on.
After you send this, though, yeah.
This is the most cursed thing. We're fucking.
Oh, yeah. Can't include that in the.
No. So my friend, I was like, "Come on, let's go." I'm getting out of fursuit, and we're getting out of the pool, and I'm like, "Let's go do stick horses," and she fucking took this photo of me and sent it to another friend of ours.
Oh my god. Is that Beagle's suit in the background?
Yeah, it's Beagle.
Yeah.
Shit.
And I don't know if that's a Fortuna suit next to Beagle's head or somebody else. I don't know.
That's who took this. That's who took this photos for me.
Okay. Okay. That's so funny though.
So mermaids on Friday, and then we found the coyote on the trail. That's the second video. Fucking here's the fucking inflatable horse. I went to the Twilight party.
Maybe that's not an inflatable horse. That's a stick horse.
No, I just sent inflatable horse. There were two types of horses at this con.
And you were riding them both.
And I rode them both.
Oh my god.
Sex cat convention.
Sex cat convention. Dude, I want sex cat convention and then the cursed photo Ruby post like somewhere on my gravestone, please.
Oh my god.
It can never be.
I almost wanted to go to the Magpie event and say, so we have to change our convention's name to Sex Cat Convention.
Oh my god, yes. We had a rodeo with the inflatable horses.
Nice.
Then we went to the dance with the inflatable horses.
How were the raves? They good?
Dude, so bad. They were fucking bullshit. Except the one we went to with the horses, because it was a country themed rave, and we were fucking going hard on Taylor Swift's Romeo and Juliet. I tell you what.
You know what they should have done? They might have done this, but like they should have had a panel earlier that day teaching people how to like square dance. And then that night, bust out the country rave, baby. That would have been perfect.
I know how to square dance.
That would have been perfect.
That would have been amazing.
My local bar has better like dance. The raves were so mid.
That was like the ones at Furlandia. Like Argo and I got there the first day, like Friday night, and we're like, oh, this music's popping. This is so good. And then the music like just dropped off and lost all of its energy. Also, please, for any DJs out there, can we play more than just Caravan Palace, please? I'm so tired of hearing that same song everywhere I go in the furry space. There's more music.
It's really funny you mentioned that, because when we went to the Meow Wolf, it's like they obviously knew a bunch of furries were coming because they kept commenting on the DenFur badges. But one of the employees had a little radio on him, and it was playing that song. And we're like, oh my god, you're playing it for the fur. You have to be.
Yeah, I heard.
It's about to send it's about to send a photo from Saturday night. I think it's the only one I took because I forgot my phone existed, which is great, great sign. But I need you to analyze this photo, and we should honestly end on this note.
Okay.
So as soon
All
as
right.
it
Well,
sends,
so
it's
before
the
that
last
send,
photo I sent.
I'm not sure what all is going to be included in cut. So really quickly, we don't. DenFur hasn't posted their charity numbers and their attendance numbers yet, so we will have to update you later on that. I know we do have the numbers of the fursuit extravaganza raised over $8,400 for charity, which were some suits that were auctioned off. I know during the charity auction, one of my friends was commenting on how a batch of cookies was selling for $3,200. So it's suffice it to say, I think the charity raised quite a bit of money. I think the auction did a phenomenal job as well. It sounds like DenFur put on a pretty good con. It seems like a lot of it was just hotel related, be it again miscommunications and not the association, but the unfortunate coincidence of a Christian convention happening at the same time. Kind of tough, but you know, all in all,
It is what
I
it
would say,
is.
there were some other dramas that happened at DenFur that were very specific dramas. Um, it a lot of it was just nothing burgers. A lot of the people that put stuff out there were very they were driving a narrative, and you can look into all that stuff. I don't know if we want to make comments on all that later, but focusing on what we have now, let's analyze these photos.
There's
All
there's
right.
3 more sending. It's just
Team.
like I
Oh
said.
no.
Oh God.
I'm seeing that it's a Twilight theme going on here.
Oh my god, the Twilight Party was the
Yeah.
absolute highlight of my con.
Team Edward, Team Jacob shirts. We've
God
got
is a furry. That's perfect for this con.
we've got
Suicide
Wait,
is
wait.
badass.
Yes, that's the photo. I was like, just analyze this.
Oh,
photo
this
for
one.
me.
Okay.
This-
You sent a
Alright,
bunch of them sent at
yeah.
once. Public painting. Public parking. I'm dumb. I can't read. In my defense, there's glare on that sign.
It's funny you
Twilight-
say public
No.
painting because this was in front of the art crimes like pop up.
Oh,
so
yeah.
it is
Look,
public painting.
I recognize these stairs. I've seen these stairs in a lot of pictures.
I'm really annoyed because clearly your Twilight Party should have been shut down.
It happened right because people were hushing each other, but this
Uh-huh.
one was on Sunday night when they extended it.
Beta.
Oh, I see. You're talking about the God is a furry.
But yeah,
and-
Beta came up to us. He's like, "What are you doing?" And we were doing the rodeo, so I just shoved a stick horse in him. I'm like, "Go, go, go!"
And,
He's like, "I don't
yeah.
know what to do."
For the audio listeners, Beta has a stick shoved up. No. No, we're a video of Beta in their not Beta suit. I forgot Maverick.
That's the name.
Maverick.
No, that's
Maverick?
Levi.
Maverick's their dragon.
Levi.
Yeah, Levi's the
Yeah.
German Shepherd.
The German Shepherd suit. Have fun on a stick horse. Please tell me you sanitize that stick horse.
That's not the same stick horse.
Is it?
Are you
Also-
one of those furries? Are you not washing your suit after?
I'm not washing my stick horse after.
Make sure to wash your stick horse after every use.
Absolutely.
Use is just in quotation.
You know what? I thought Western. Personally, I'm not a big fan of Westerns, and just to me, I have no interest in it. I'm not a Red Dead fan. I don't care about that era. It's just not my thing. So I was like, man, the Western aesthetic at DenFur, and also the upcoming Con TTFC is having that as their theme as well. I was like, man, that sounds kind of dumb, but I'm
you
seeing this.
absolute fool.
I'm
Oh.
seeing all these pictures, and I'm kind of like jealous.
Dude.
This looks like a fucking
Dude.
vibe.
That's what
Furries
I'm
can
saying.
throw it the
Imagine-
fuck down.
So it was during I wish I knew the DJ's set, but it was during his set, and he was dressed as a cowboy, and he was playing all country, and it was so fucking fun. It was the most fun. I made a dance circle. I was like, everybody dance circle, and they were like, okay. And then I threw the inflatable horse into the middle of the dance circle, and we're all screaming around the inflatable horse, and
Like,
then,
oh,
like,
God.
That's great.
and then like at the end, we're just like, Romeo, save me! It was so fucking hard.
That's amazing.
Yeah, so I'm from Montana, and do not like hurt the country vibe because it was poppin'.
As I say, I don't necessarily have to love it, but I'm kind of feeling like those vibes look great.
Look at this great photo,
Wow.
blurry, scary photo of my boots.
It's like some of these photos are so blurry. Oh, that's great.
I love Misha's comment with the Mr. Krabs.
Yeah,
against the
blurry
spot.
Mr. Krabs.
I love it. So I'm glad you had a good time, Ruby. And for everybody at DenFur, I hope they had a great time. And the people that very unfortunately did not have good times, had to deal with hotel problems, either rooms being not available or getting kicked out, all that stuff.
Oh, I will say this,
That-
for the, like, even as good a time as I had at the Twilight Party, they also had hotel issues. We are pretty sure someone broke in and broke one of the items in their room.
Wow.
Yeah, because everybody left and then they suited up and came downstairs to meet us. So it wasn't like during the party, and the TVs were on at the time of the party. They turned off the TVs, and when they came back, it looked like somebody had like smashed into one.
Oh no. Well, there goes your room deposit.
So thank you, friends, for waking up early so we could do this because I'm
Oh,
gonna
God.
go camping.
You fucking. This is when I normally wake up too, but like the fact that we recorded before noon, it's almost actually for my time, it's almost 1. But Jesus.
It's almost noon. I gotta leave at noon, so I gotta go.
All
Okay.
right. Hey, this is a fun episode. DenFur, we wish you the best of luck with whatever is happening.
Yeah. Hopefully this shit gets revolved.
Revolved.
Hopefully this shit get
Revolved.
hopefully this shit gets resolved by next year, and next year is able to have a good time. DenFur, I hardly know her. All right, guys, have a good week. Hopefully,
Yes.
if you're here at the premiere, hi. We're gonna see you in like 5 minutes, chatting live. Live
Cast
with
After
the
Bark
Bark.
episode.
Yeah, live with the Bark Meow cast. All
And
right,
hopefully we
guys.
have updates.
And
gonna-
happy sex cat
Happy-
convention to all.
Yes, and
Let's
to
go.
all a good night.